Assalamu alaikum. The topic of today's practical is liver cirrhosis. To understand liver cirrhosis, first we have to see what cirrhosis actually means. Cirrhosis is irreversible diffuse fibrosis of liver with formation of degenerative nodules. These nodules occur as a response of hepatocytes to injurious stimuli. These nodules lack normal architecture and are surrounded by thick bands of fibrosis. They compress sinusoids and central venules and result in increased intrasinusoidal pressure, which contributes to the formation of portal hypertension. Now we are going to discuss the different causes of cirrhosis. The most common cause of cirrhosis across the world is alcoholic liver disease, whereas chronic liver disease with viral hepatitis is the most common cause in Pakistan and in the developing world. Other causes of cirrhosis include autoimmune diseases like primary biliary cirrhosis and autoimmune hepatitis. Primary biliary cirrhosis is a granulomatous destruction of intrahepatic bile ducts. Another major cause of cirrhosis is metabolic diseases like hemochromatosis, Wilson disease, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and galactosemia. In hemochromatosis, there is accumulation of iron in different parts of the body and in liver, whereas Wilson disease is the defect of copper transport. Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency is an enzymatic defect which affects both lung and liver, whereas galactosemia is a defect in galactose metabolism. Now we're going to discuss the different clinical features of cirrhosis. Most of the important clinical features are from the portal hypertension, that is ascites, which is the accumulation of fluid in the peritoneal cavity, the formation of congestive splenomegaly, which results from a backflow of portal hypertension to the splenic vein. And then, as you have studied in anatomy, there are different anastomoses between portal and systemic circulation, which occur at the lower level of esophagus, around the umbilicus, and in the rectum. Due to the portal hypertension, there would be dilatation of these anastomoses, which would result in esophageal varices, caput medusae around the umbilicus, and internal hemorrhoids. Another feature due to portal hypertension is hepatorenal syndrome, which is renal failure resulting from hepatic failure. Liver performs an important function of detoxification of different metabolites in the body, such as ammonia, bilirubin, and estrogen. When there is defective metabolism of ammonia, there is increased level of ammonia in the body, which result in hepatic encephalopathy, which is a spectrum from confusion to flapping tremors called hysterexis to coma. Due to decreased conjugation of bilirubin in the liver, there would be increased bilirubin levels in the body, resulting in jaundice. And due to decreased metabolism of estrogen in the body, there would be diseases like effects like gynecomastia, spider angiomata, and palmar edema. Spider angiomata are spider web-like dilatation of cutaneous blood vessels. Liver also has an important function of protein synthesis. These proteins include albumin and different clotting factors and protein C and S. When there is hypoalbuminemia, they would result in edema. If there is a defect in formation of clotting factors or in protein C and S, this would result in different coagulopathies. Now we're going to study the gross morphology of the liver, which there could be three different patterns. These include micronodular cirrhosis, that is, the nodules are less than 3 mm in diameter and the liver is large and fatty. This occurs mostly in alcoholic liver disease. The other pattern could be macronodular cirrhosis, in which the nodules are more than 3 mm in diameter and is non-fatty. This occurs mostly in cases of viral hepatitis. Or there could be a pattern of mixed cirrhosis with both micro and macronodular cirrhosis seen. The cirrhosis word is derived from a Greek word kyros, which means tawny or sandy yellow. So these nodules are tawny yellow due to the fat content present in them. When we see the cut surface, it reveals grey-brown nodules separated from one another by grey-white fibrous septa. As you can see in the diagram on the right, in the below portion, you can see the liver is yellowish in color and you can observe the nodularity of the liver. And the diagram on the left shows the diffuse nodularity in cases of alcoholic cirrhosis. This diagram also shows the micronodular cirrhosis, you can clearly observe the micronodules present on the liver surface. Now we're going to discuss the microscopic appearance. There is a nodular pattern seen on the liver. The normal lobular architecture is effaced and is replaced with nodule formation, and the central veins are hard to find on microscopy. There are different fibrous septa present which divide the hepatic parenchyma into nodules. They are initially delicate and extend from central vein to portal regions, or from portal tract to portal tract, or between both of them. This fibrous scarring increases with time and the fibrous septa become thick and dense, and the hepatic parenchyma is replaced by regenerating hepatic parenchymal nodules. You can see these patterns in the diagram. On the right is the microscopic picture, on the left is the diagrammatic representation. As you can see, there are uniform sized micronodules present which are collected together to form nodular structures, which is separated by fibrous septa. As you can observe, these are thickened fibrous septa with ductular proliferations. And you can observe that the central veins could not be observed in the diagrams. Now this is the diagram you are going to draw in your copies. This is the same as you have seen before. These are the uniform sized micronodular patterns with thick interfibrous septa. These are the portal triads and portal proliferations present. This is the central vein. These fibrous septa are present between the central vein and portal triads, or between portal triads and portal triads. And these are the bridging fibrous septa. These are the regenerating parenchymal nodules. Now you're supposed to draw the diagram in your practical copy and send its picture in the group for your attendance. Thank you.